if you didn't even see the number of touchdowns, and you just saw that he threw for 148 yards, you'd be like, ooh, bad game, huh? But no, he had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, amazing. LASIK apparently works.
Apparently, that's the key though. Is he going to have a 5 interception game next week? We've got to find out.
Right. Yeah. The universe is out of balance right now, so someone's going to have to, snap their fingers, and he's going to have to throw 5 picks.
Yeah, they're playing the Panthers.
He's going back and forth. What if he's like, you know what? I'm going to play like crap this week. I'm going to light it up next week. Crap last week. Great next week.
Jameis, you're in the MVP talk. It's week 16. We got 2 more weeks. You've got 4,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. No chance you're going to throw the same number of interceptions as touchdowns. Fucking looks at him and says, bet. Goes out and throws 26 interceptions in 2 weeks. Oh, man. Anyways, I don't really have much more to say, except it was piss poor performance. If I'm a Packers fan, I know it's only week 1, but it already feels like next week is a must-win, right?
It does, or at least a must show that you have anything in the tank, because I don't know what in the world this game was for the Packers. I honestly just have no idea what happened to them.
I feel like it is a must. They play the Lions, then they go to the 49ers, and then they play the Steelers. I feel like next week is a must-win. You have to beat the Lions.
Oh, they play the Lions? Yeah, you better win.
Yeah. Even after that shitty performance, they're still an 11-point favorite.
And you better make it. You better crush the Lions if you want to even be looked at as anything, more than whatever this performance was.
Which was shit. All right, I'm ready to move on. I don't know if you guys have anything more you want to say.
Nope. The Packers were my most disappointing of the week. It was just a poor showing everywhere on the field, offense, defense, positional group, what have you. Maybe the Packers punter played well. I don't know. I wasn't watching after. It was clear that they were getting dominated. I had other more fun games to watch.
Yep, I completely agree. That brings us to Tony. Are you ready? All right. Next game, Giants-Broncos. What went wrong? A lot of things did. The blocking just looked absolutely horrible for the Giants. Saquon Barkley couldn't get started. Daniel Jones is trying to do his best Jake Locker impersonation and trying to fucking truck someone and fumbling. It felt like anything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Giants. Do I think that this is...
You're taking a very long road around saying everything.
No, I don't think that... So Daniel Jones...
Name the things that went right and the list will be shorter.
Sterling Shepard looked decent.
Yeah, Daniel Jones to Sterling Shepard looked good already.
Okay.
The defense, despite giving up 27 points, the defense looked good. I still feel good about the Giants' defense. Outside of that Melvin Gordon 70-yard run, for the most part, it was a field goal, a 2-yard passing touchdown, a 4-yard passing touchdown, another field goal. I mean, it just wasn't a good game for them. And then, Tony, I've got to ask you, why do you guys decide to keep these fucking scumbag players on your team? Last year, Logan Ryan fucking breaks Dak's ankle. This year, he's going after Jerry Jeudy's ankle? What the fuck?
I don't know if that's happenstance or not, but that didn't look like a bad tackle.
No, it was just unfortunate. And the Dak thing, Dak initiated that contact. That wasn't Logan Ryan. That was all Dak.
I mean, Dak was trying to fight for yards. Shit got crossed up. But, yeah, no, I can see what you're saying, but I feel bad for him because he's not an outright dirty player. He's not a Vontaze Burfict, but it sucks that he's going to be tied to this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anyone saying that it was dirty. You know, injuries happen.
It's just odd. Ankle two years in a row.
Well, anyway, dude, let me just get to the Giants. They're fucking terrible. Okay, they are awful.
That's very astute.
That's it. The offensive line doesn't exist. Because of that problem, I would like to believe that we could actually form a team that would be solid, but it's never happening. Okay? They're not getting any offensive line, so every team knows that put it in the hands of Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is not delivering. He finds one target he likes to go to, unless he can actually develop targets this year and go through his progressions, because sometimes it just looks like he's scared and trying to get it out as fast as he can. I think at this point, go back as angry as I was when we drafted him. I'm probably at that same level.
Right.
Yeah, I recall that. And yeah, this is certainly a prove-it year. I remember we had some long discussions on that draft move.
I don't like it. I think the defense will be better. I just think that you're trying to create a new team under a new coach in 2 years, and I think the problem lies on the offense. I think every team in the league knows that they have to stop Saquon Barkley, and that's really it.
Yep.
And that's why he had such a bad performance.
Yeah, that's what their entire focus was stop Saquon, and obviously he was still limited. He, he's still coming back from that ACL. I think you guys will improve as the season goes on, but I also don't want to discount that the Broncos are a good team. They
look good under Bridgewater.
Nightmares. Their defense is really good. They have some really talented receivers. Judy brought them over the top. Obviously, without him, they're going to struggle a little bit more, but they still have guys like Noah Fant, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick.
Are you forgetting Cortland Sutton?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton is back, baby.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Another one of my favorite wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, and Deebo Samuel are my top three.
On a fantasy team.
Yep, those are my top three.
Yeah, the Broncos are a sleeper pick for me for this year. So don't be surprised if they continue to show up and beat on teams. So don't I think they're than people
listen,
thought.
I understand the Giants actually kept it together, but they're supposed to be doing something more. And another thing that bothered me about Daniel Jones is the fact that you had the one thing you should focus on going into this year was not coughing up the football. Hold on to it.
Oh my God.
At the most crucial moment, what did you do?
Yep. Now,
Cough up the football.
I don't want to bring up sore subjects, but the Cowboys drafted 11th. The Giants drafted 12th. Oh, they were supposed to. But trades were made. Giants didn't get the wide receiver they wanted. But then they also passed up on Rashawn Slater. Maybe they didn't need Kadarius Toney. I like Toney a lot, but I think Rashawn Slater...
You're absolutely right. Slater was one of the best linemen I've seen come out in a while. But, I mean, I would not have been upset with that pick. That would have been the first lineman pick in about 5 years that made sense to me.
Yeah, yep.
You have to understand, I dealt with Flowers. He was picked in the top, 10?
10? I think he was number 10, 9 or 10.
And he regressed every single year? Talk about a bad investment.
Yep.
You know how many millions of dollars you paid a guy to get worse?
I mean
it's not. I mean, in the sense of offensive lineman, but I mean, it's obviously not.
Let's be fair to
quarterback.
Let's be fair to Eric Flowers, one of the worst tackles in the NFL. But when he got moved to guard for those few games, his rush block was great. So maybe he should have been moved to guard early in his career. That's not entirely his fault.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. But Thomas needs to be better. And just bad picks. I would have taken Slater easily.
Yep.
Easily. Why? Why Cooney? That makes no sense. You went out and paid Galladay all that. God, this team. Gettleman's got to go.
All right, let's move on before veins burst. Another of my most disappointing and also high praise is in this next game. The Sunday night game, besides the Cowboys-Buccaneers game, the game I was most excited to watch was the Bears defense and Matthew Stafford. Half of them delivered, and it was Matthew Stafford.
Uh-huh.
Matthew Stafford, I said it before the season started, before preseason started, before we got to see camps. I think the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. That team is just too good not to. And then you add in Matthew Stafford.
I love an upgrade over Goff. We definitely talked about this a lot, that this is such a big upgrade, and game one, we're geniuses.
321 yards on 20 completions. And Cam Akers out. Doesn't seem like that was a huge problem because Darrell Henderson, 16 carries, 70 yards. Not the best game. Sony Michel only got 2 yards on his one carry. But Darrell Henderson, that Memphis connection we were talking about earlier, he's been waiting for his chance to shine, and I think he's going to make the most of it, especially with Cam Akers being out. I really like him a lot. Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, not crazy number of catches, but Kupp, 7 catches, 108 yards, a touchdown. Van Jefferson, 2 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown. Higbee, 5 receptions, 68 yards, no touchdowns. Robert Woods, 3 receptions, 27 yards, and a touchdown. So they made the most of what they have, and they did a great job. And then on defense, this defense is fucking ridiculous. Aaron Donald, and I've said it before, and I will say it again, Aaron Donald is the greatest player in NFL history, and he's still playing. And he's going to continue playing. A couple of years ago in my mind, he took over for LT as the greatest player of all time. LT is number 2. Aaron Donald, number 1. Greatest player of all time. And I love watching him play. The Bears look like absolute shit, and if they don't put Justin Fields in at quarterback soon, it's going to be a really bad season because Andy Dalton just sucks. He is bad.
Retire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Dalton's best years are behind him. He's riding off in the sunset, and he's probably going to be replaced.
It needs to happen soon for a few reasons. One, Justin Fields, dude's electric. He was 2 for 2, 10 yards. Not great on the yardage front necessarily. He had a rushing touchdown.
But he did rush and getting in for a touchdown.
Yep. 2, Andy Dalton's not the future. Acclimate the future in now so that your future isn't disjointed. And 3, I have him on my fantasy team. So
That's number 1.
Really, that's number 1 because my starting quarterback's Ryan Tannehill, and he did not look very fucking good.
And they do play the Super Bowl at noon, so
yeah,
that wouldn't go too well.
But yeah, very impressed by specifically Matthew Stafford coming into a new situation and just fucking killing it on a team in a city that has proven time and time and time again that they do not give a shit about football. He's going to make the Rams the fucking talk of Los Angeles. And I'm so pumped for it. Rams in the Super Bowl. Write it down. That's my prediction. The entire Bears organization is my big disappointment. They all sucked. Terrible. Outside of David Montgomery, they were awful. He had a great game. 108 yards on 16 carries. 1 touchdown. Very impressed with